update now with Weather Authority meteorologist Julie Durda. She is checking out those skies. We're seeing the wind blowing those palm trees, Julie. What's going on out there?
It is downright breezy to windy. Jackie, Eric, South Florida, but that's why it feels so nice. Those winds are moving in from the northeast direction. And while it is bringing some cloudy skies out there, at least those clouds are not producing precipitation. And again, as you heard me mention, it still feels really nice. And unfortunately, those winds are battering our coastline and adding to the insult of injury of our king tides as we go to the next couple days. Today, our high tide will be pretty high, but not as much as a concern for the coastal flooding until tomorrow when we have that full moon phase in place, which will be tomorrow morning, and then it'll continue into Thursday and Friday. As for temperatures, lower 70s, feels great out there. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, upper 60s, Kendall, Homestead, winds anywhere between 5 to 3 to even 10 miles per hour, but gusting in the Keys in the 20s. Temperatures 1 to 5 degrees. More warmer than yesterday, all thanks to the wind direction. Okay, get outside, get your voting done, as temperatures will be in the mid 70s. Gusty winds all day long. Highs will be in the mid 80s. More on the forecast coming up.
All righty, we've got another accident on the turnpike. I'm not sure what's going on with you guys over in Hollywood, but this is the second one in the same area this morning. This right here is near Hollywood Boulevard. Take a look. Hopefully everybody involved is okay, but you can see that it's not causing any major delays, but you do have a left lane blocked there. So give yourself a little extra time considering you're going to have to work your way around this. Also, you can take 441. That's a good alternate for you if this is part of your commute. Let's take a look right here. Your maps are starting to look really busy out there. Not too bad just yet. Definitely not as bad as I've seen it. It is 6:32 on this Tuesday morning, so nothing unusual that we're starting to see some red on your maps here. The Dolphin Expressway going eastbound already starting to pick up. This is just east of the Palmetto Expressway. You've got some red right there. Typically this gets very congested. You can always take the Airport Expressway, but right now it's not a very big pocket if you are heading out the door. Let's take you over to drive times. My friends who take the Palmetto Expressway, things already getting a little busier. These were in the low 20s. Now they're in the low 30s, these numbers. Right here going southbound Northwest 154th Street to the Dolphin, 32 minutes. I-75 to the Dolphin, 33. Be safe. All righty, Julie, South Florida, taking a look at your roads here. Right here, you are taking a live look at I-95, north and southbound lanes near Ives Dairy Road. It's always very delayed here near Ives Dairy Road. You can see you've got lots of slowdown as you approach the Golden Glades interchange. Your northbound lanes look really good, though. So let's take you over to your maps. You can see lots of red pockets all over the place, specifically where I was just showing you. And those southbound lanes just do not look good. 441 US 1, those are your alternates for 95, north or southbound in these areas. Right here, my friends who are heading on to Miami Beach, I always like to check in with you guys. The Julia Tuttle, just congested as usual. As you head toward Miami Beach, you are seeing pockets of orange here. Not too bad, but if you have the option, I would definitely recommend taking the MacArthur Causeway or the Venetian. The MacArthur is just the clearest right now from what I'm seeing. 595, friends, if you're going eastbound in these two areas, I-75 to US 1, 14 minutes. University Drive to US 1, 8. Things are still looking really good. It is 7:21. It's rush hour. Give yourself lots of time and be safe out there.
Well, sky does look a little gray, but I can't tell if that's just the camera or just what we're dealing with.
Well, and I think Miami-Dade, Alex, has those winds gusting so much that the clouds are moving so fast you don't even notice them. And plus, it looks just spectacular, knowing that we do have temperatures in the low 70s in Miami, upper 60s, Fort Lauderdale, 73 comfortable degrees, Pembroke Pines, and 74 in Key West. Boy, here's where the clouds are. Here's where the winds are whipping, right here over our Hollywood Beach Cam, unfortunately battering our coastline. Look at those winds at 12 miles per hour. Right now, our temperatures are in the upper 60s in Kendall, Fort Lauderdale, low 70s in Pembroke Pines. Winds gusting in the 20s right now, as expected. Remember, we have the tight pressure gradient from the ridge of high pressure to the north and the cold front that moved through our area to the south. So your voting forecast, get outside. Temperatures upper 70s at 9. We're talking lower 80s. Gusty winds throughout much of the day. It'll feel good tonight as the polls do close as well. More on this coming up.
Alrighty, Julie, South Florida, 7:33 on this Tuesday morning. You do have an accident on Northwest 119th Street. You can see here that you've got several emergency vehicles on the road. This is near Northwest 36th Avenue. Several tractor trailers, it appears like, are involved in this as well. So definitely give yourself a little extra time as it is moving, but you are down to, it looks like, 2 lanes there on Northwest 119th Street. Let's take you out to your maps. Things pretty busy across the board. You can see your Golden Glades interchange is very congested. Your southbound southbound lanes of 95 also seeing some heavy congestion. Another area we're seeing some congestion is right here, 75 going southbound as you approach that connection, that interchange with the Palmetto Expressway. It's definitely very, very red. So if you'd like to avoid this, if you're further north, you can take Flamingo Road. Otherwise, definitely take your coffee to go. Let's take you over here. Drive times for those of you who take 595 going eastbound. Things busy, but not too bad. 18 to 8 minutes, or 18 to 9 minutes rather, to get you where you need to go. Be safe.
Breaking.
For decades, I always take care of you with that hairspray.
Yeah.
I know you're worried about it.
It works so hard to get it where it needs to be.
And it looks spectacular.
Thank you.
So as we walk out the door, maybe for us ladies, we're going to put our hair in a hat because it is something we are going to have to deal with. These winds are whipping out there, and we are noticing it providing for, unfortunately, the coastal issues. So we are under that coastal flood advisory for the coastal areas of Broward and Miami-Dade. We have already gone through our high tides this morning. It's made worse because of that onshore breeze, and also made worse because we have that northeasterly wind to our components of the breeze. And that breeze is what's going to usher in that nice feeling forecast, but unfortunately also bring us that threat for rip currents, for beachgoers, boaters. We have advisories as well. I'm going to break down all of this and definitely give you a chance to look at your election forecast coming up in just a bit.
Alrighty, Julie, South Florida, it's 8 a.m. Happy Tuesday. We are taking a look at your roads right now. You do have an accident here on Northwest 119th Street. You can see it appears that several tractor trailers, trucks appear to be involved here. Several police officers on scene and emergency vehicles that do have a right lane blocked right now. Traffic is moving slowly as you pass by. It's something to be wary of, and you can also avoid this. Let's take you through your map so you can see. You've got lots of red all over the place. This right here is where that accident is. As I mentioned, Northwest 119th Street. It's going eastbound just before Northwest 32nd Avenue is where that accident happened. You can see you've got delays as far as 57th Avenue, and you get closer to Lejeune and you see those heavy delays. Lots of red there. So if you'd like to avoid this, definitely give yourself a little extra time. Otherwise, take the Airport Expressway. Be safe.
We have
To represent our state. And let me tell you, all celebrating everybody in the West Coast. I always bring you guys to the West Coast. You know, this is my second home here on the East Coast, but we have to all enjoy this full moon as we are expecting the actual full moon phase to peak tomorrow morning. It'll be the closest full moon since February 2019. You know, after decades of doing this, they all kind of run together, but a super moon is brighter, it's larger, and it's closer to us. And you're going to notice that tomorrow compared to any other moon that we've seen all year long. Unfortunately, though, it is going to cause the concern for those coastal flooding issues as we'll go into the king tide phase. Next high tide, though, is not till tonight, but I'm going to bring it to you live tomorrow morning at 8:22. This morning, we had our high tides. We didn't see too much coastal flooding. We weren't expecting too much today because, again, the full moon phase is tomorrow morning. As we go live outside, we are seeing cloudy skies out there. Our winds are moving in from the northeast, 10 to 13 miles per hour. Our temperatures are in the low to mid 70s, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Key West. Winds gusting well into the teens and 20s, and we're going to continue to see these winds gusting from time to time. Temperatures 1 to 2 degrees, slightly warmer, but our dew points are in the 60s, so the air is tolerable. It feels really nice, actually, especially once you get one of those wind gusts. Unfortunately, it doesn't look pretty, and that's just because of that upper level cloud cover moving in from the front that cleared. Nationally, we're going coast to coast. Of course, talking about the West Coast, we have an atmospheric river of storms starting to develop. You guys hear that term at least once or twice a year, is where we are going to see a series of cold fronts rolling in from the Pacific. Unfortunately, it brings a deluge of showers and storms for days for much of the West Coast. But we watch those storms because those cold fronts, if they hold together, could make their way eastward, and maybe we might be talking about them down the road. As for temperatures, you know it's chilly when we're talking 50s in Pensacola, 61 degrees in Orlando. So much of the nation feeling that fall air, especially across the northern half of the state. For us, we're nice and mild. We've got temperatures in the 70s. We have dew points in the 40s and also dew points in the 60s for us in our backyard. 40s are in the northern half of the state. Slightly drier, definitely breezy to downright gusty today, all thanks to the component of high pressure to the north, frontal boundary to the south. Our winds will gust 20 to 25 miles per hour. And then going in to tomorrow, winds gusting teens and 20s. We really stay breezy at least until about Thursday. And again, your election day forecast, get outside and enjoy. Gusty winds will continue to be a forecast. Then we'll see a better chance of showers moving into the forecast as the winds start to subside going into Friday. This will be ahead of a stronger front that's expected to bring us even colder air. The models are not quite in agreement of what we're going to be waking up to on Tuesday, but it looks as though we could see a cool down by next week as well.
All righty, South Florida, taking a look at your roads. It's just before 9 a.m. You have a broken down car on 95 going southbound near Ives-Zeri Road. On top of the fact that you always have delays in this area, now you have a broken down car. So you're definitely going to want to take 441 instead. Let's take you out to your maps. You can see right there all that red in that area, right close to that Aventura sign. That's Ives-Zeri Road right there. Let's take you closer to another area. We were seeing some heavy delays, 75 going southbound. Still seeing lots of red here as you approach Miami Gardens Drive. That's because you had a broken down car. It has since cleared. It appeared that that car was also on fire. We are working to find out a little more and make sure everybody's involved in this was okay. But the good news is it's cleared. Hopefully that red clears up soon too. Otherwise, you can take Northwest 57th Avenue. Right here, some delays. The Dolphin Expressway going eastbound. You've got heavy delays all the way starting between the Palmetto Expressway as you get closer to 95. You can always take the Airport Expressway if you'd like to avoid this. Let's take you over here. Drive times for those of you who take the Dolphin Expressway going eastbound, as we were just talking about those areas that are seeing some heavy delays. 44 minutes from the Turnpike to 95 and 13 from the June Road to 95. Eric.